I decided, for a number of reasons, unilaterally, that I wanted him to become president. I think he wanted to do it, although he did not lobby for it at all. It was totally initiated by me. A little bit afraid of the business aspects of my stepping down, but more concerned, I think, with the cultural aspects, wanting to keep the same culture that we had as a company. When we decided to do it, the planning was easy. And the planning is of a succession and a leadership change in the beginning stages is always very, very easy. I talked about staying involved, and I had this, in retrospect, I can say, a weird idea of being sort of his assistant. We always did things very creatively in the company, and organizationally we did things creatively. So I just looked at this as one more creative thing that isn't done. But he never bought it, not for a second. So we went into started the transition, and there was the typical limerence phase where we're all very much in love with the situation and what we were doing. Really, in retrospect, it was probably a subconscious desire not to let go in some sense. Although I wasn't making decisions per se and interfering, my presence was felt. I would say that his ego and his insensitivity was not exactly pure in this whole regard either. So there was shared, if you want to call it, blame for the fact that our relationship totally fell apart. But he totally changed once he got the title of president. Our relationship changed, and to think that you are going to promote somebody in the company to be your successor and not have the relationship change is a mistake. A friend of mine said to me, "Fred, do you want to run the company for another 5 years?" And I said, "I really don't." He said, "Then I think you probably should leave." And ultimately it was that conversation and other thoughts that I had that left me to leave the company. I got a lawyer, which even shook me up, the fact that I was getting a lawyer to talk about my transition from this company that was founded by my family and I had built vis-a-vis the company. That was traumatic in its sense. I left millions of dollars on the table because I was so miserable that I just didn't negotiate. I will say that before that, whenever I talked about what my package would be, my successor avoided the subject because he didn't really know how to negotiate that and didn't feel comfortable doing it. And that added to the problem too.